Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I've got Paula on this evening. I'm just about to send her the link. I've sent it by email instead, so I've got to send it by phone. I hope you're all well. So my cat just keeps coming up on the side all the time. How is everybody in the side chat? Everyone good? I have put the side chat on replay so you can see it. So if it doesn't work, do let me know. Also, I put out a video today regarding Ashton Kutcher and his seedy past. So there is more information to come, but I will get that out to you at a different time. I'm just going to send Paula the link. 2 seconds. Just do it by. There we go. Right, I've sent it to you, Paula. If you've got it. Oh, there you go. You're there. Oh, I pressed live by mistake, and then hello. Can you hear me?
Perfectly. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah. So I pressed live by mistake because I sent it to you by email. So that's why. So I just thought, oh, oops. Is it better by phone normally, Paula?
Yeah, for me it's better because I don't. I let me see if I can go to your thing to share your live.
Oh, thanks, Bubs.
So
yeah, we both covered the same story yesterday, which was really weird because I had no idea that you were doing it as well. So that's really interesting. And that we were just drawing the comparisons with Meghan and Harry, and the Peltz and the Beckham family. And it's basically completely similar to that of the isolation of Harry from his family. Don't you agree?
absolutely, it's the same thing. Should we talk about this live, sweetie?
I don't mind. Yeah. It's up to you. I don't mind. You
Oh yeah, we have to talk live.
Sorry, what was that?
Let's talk about it live, so we can.
We are live. We are live already.
Are we?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said I've accidentally pressed the live button, and I sent you the email by instead of by text.
I am so sorry.
That's all right. Don't worry.
I baked this apple pie, which is great. You know, I don't understand how Meghan Markle eats like a pig.
She eats like a pig. Well, she's thin. She's very thin for it to eat like a pig.
It's the way she chews. And she chews with her mouth open. Disgusting.
Do you think she sleeps with her mouth open as well? She's a mouth breather.
Must have, because have you seen how she eats? I don't even know how she does, but she eats with her mouth open. I don't even know how she does that. Hello from Toronto. Were you at the riots today here in Toronto? There was Canada First riot today, and of course you had a bunch of immigrants showing up.
Oh wow. What's the riots over this time? What's this for?
Canadians, white Canadians.
Yeah.
Are Canada First. And then of course you have a bunch of immigrants showed up to counter, basically to attack. I think they even punched a policeman or something. I don't know. Yes. You know, I wasn't gonna eat the entire freaking pie, but
I'm so sorry. I've interrupted your pie eating, which is
no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's immigration, yeah. Maria G 2454. I actually walked by there, but it was getting a little bit hot. Look, Coffee Apple says she eats like a cow. Actually, my cows eat very cutely. Have you seen a cow eat? She's very cute.
I haven't seen your cow eat. No. How is your cow getting on? How is the cow?
My cow. I have a few.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen them in a while, but I see them on video every morning.
Oh. Any progress there at all?
No. And then I found out that my cousin's daughter, she was going back to Nicaragua to baptize her kid, and she was also banned from entering the country.
Oh, wow. And the world's gone a bit crazy right now. Things that are going on in Iran. I mean, I know they've been suffering oppression for a while. Everything that's going on with ICE and that kind of the shooting the other day. It's insane, really. The world feels
I
a little
think
bit
that the world
unsafe.
is falling apart for reals.
Yeah, and I mean, if Greenland is taken,
It's not going to
which it
happen.
looks
Greenland is
well,
not going. That's not going to happen. No, that's not going to happen.
it feels like
The
we
only, let
are
me put it
being,
this way. Let me put it this way. The only
yeah,
reason why the BRIC countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, have not attacked the United States or anybody else is because of NATO. If the United States does that and goes against NATO, then all bets are off. So that means that NATO is over. You know why NATO was formed?
yeah, I know it's after World War II.
And the reason why it was done is to
Yeah,
prevent big countries from invading
yes,
other countries. So they
yes,
promised never to do that. But at this
yes.
point in time, China, Russia, India, and Brazil, they hold the complete world of rare earth that the United States needs desperately. The United States is indebted like crazy. Saudi Arabia didn't renew the short term which people don't know this, but Saudi Arabia, the United States, it's so indebted. The United States is right now in a Ponzi scheme almost. And so Saudi Arabia, they buy the treasury bonds. You have long term and short terms, right? And that's how they keep going. The United States keeps printing money, but they made a deal with Saudi Arabia that all the oil was going to be traded in US dollars. But if that goes, and this is why the countries like Brazil or when Gaddafi came to power, Saddam Hussein came to power, I said, no, why should we deal only in dollars? Let's deal in our money. But then that would mean that the United States economy would absolutely collapse. And right
Oh
now,
yeah.
Saudi Arabia dumped their short-term treasury bond stock. They didn't rebuy it. People are not paying
No.
attention. This is a big, big deal.
No. Well, this is the thing. I do believe though that Trump is looking for oil. So he's gone into Venezuela, and I know that obviously the president there, he's under different charges, and I think there is a calling for some
All the
movement
charges have
there
fallen
again.
apart. All the charges have fallen
Yeah,
apart because right now they're charging him for having guns in his own country.
yeah, yeah. It's
You
just
know,
interesting because I feel like there's a fear amongst a lot of people that it's Colombia next, Greenland next, and then where does it end? Because I think you're giving the green light then for Russia and China to go ahead and do what they want as well, which is going to cause a lot of havoc around the world, isn't it? Pretty
Russia
much.
and China, India and Brazil have a hell of a lot more people. Donald Trump has thought it through. The oil companies are not going to invest in Venezuela. Venezuela has just formed another government. I don't know. Donald Trump is negotiating with resources that are not his. And this is why the oil executives, they know Trump is not going to be in power forever. They know that the
Yeah.
people in Venezuela have formed a new government. They're not about to go in there and invest money in a country that's not welcoming them. So they're not
Yeah.
stupid. This is why Trump is trying to bulldoze his way because the United States is bankrupt. The United States is literally bankrupt. And they want to take the oil for free. It would be like me going to Alaska, like Russia saying, I'm going to invade Alaska and I'm going to take the oil from Alaska. And then Putin is going to be talking to oil executives. No, you're not going to talk to the United States. You're going to talk to me. What do you think is going to happen? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty shaky ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It feels. I mean, we were planning on going to New York, and we're not going to go
I would
now.
advise you not to go.
No, I'm not going to
I
go.
would
Just
advise you not to go. I would advise you not
yeah,
to go because the United States right now is suffering a lot of things, and it's quite a shame. You know, I voted for Trump. I am an American citizen. I voted for Trump, and I regret deeply having voted for him because you know he ran. I was so excited. He ran. His platform was literally no more regime changes, no more wars. That's what he literally ran on. Epstein case.
yeah.
I was so psyched. I lost so many friends over that. I really,
It's
because
a very
radicalized, people no longer speak, people no longer debate. No, people can't sit and say, "Well, I like him because X, Y, and Z." Right? No,
yeah,
it's like if you like him, I hate you, and I'm gonna
yeah,
cancel you, and blah blah blah. Oh, you're a Trump. No, I'm not. But I like the fact that he said he ran very heavily on no regime change. Apparently, Tulsi Gabbard, the Homeland Security lady, wasn't even notified that this was happening because they know that she would have opposed it. Probably she would have been the voice of reason. No, look, Toffee Apple. So you would rather have Kamala. That's the problem. That the alternative is not good either. You know. But at least you wouldn't be in so many wars or anything like that. It is pretty terrible what's happening right now in the United States. And people are desensitized. You know, people are desensitized. This comment, for example, is the type of comment I'm telling you is either or. There's no middle ground. There's nothing. There's no more debate. If you're with us, you are horrible. We don't want to talk to you. You're canceled and this. It's like there is no engagement whatsoever. So this person must be very young, Luke Toffee Apple, because if you are my generation, we would usually engage in conversation.
I think at the minute everything's very polarized and everything's we're all acting off emotion.
Because people react that way though.
Yeah, and it does need a lot of, it needs a good debate, like you said.
Look at the insanity of Stammer trying to cancel X.
Well, I don't know though. I feel like
he's live on air giving an interview saying that he's proposing Afghan shuts down X.
But because of what's happened on Twitter recently with the AI and the underage, it's
big deal. Like I'm in my knickers. I'm naked. I have men naked too.
But they're young kids though, Paula. I don't know about
that.
Do you
think? No. Do you think that I'm gonna? Okay. We have a government right now that's refusing to release files of serious people who are PDF. By the way, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, and I have a few lists and few names. There's a reason why that list is not being shown. And like Trump said, they're my friends, they're my buddies. I feel sorry for that. I feel sorry for Clinton. And on the entire thing he said as to why not release the files, because his buddies would get hurt. Never once did I hear poor victims, that victims deserve justice. Never once did I hear that is pork bill.
I believe there is plenty of other people that need to be exposed for real PDF.
Absolutely.
But when you've got images of young girls that haven't consented either to having their images on this platform and then to be violated in that manner, we're opening up a can of worms where our children, we can't post them or put a picture of them online without
I agree with that. I agree with that. That is PRN. I agree with that 100%. There has to be regulation in regards to that, but not ban it. There has to be regulation. There has to be some form of regulation because the internet has gone too far. But for this idiot, to come and say, we have to ban the entire platform rather than, hey, let's have some, it's a playground. So let's have some rules, whatever.
Yes. No, I agree. It shouldn't be cancelled at all, but it definitely needs regulation. And I think that people like Elon Musk have too much power to do what they want and get away with it. So it does need to be regulated. The internet on a whole needs to be regulated, and social media definitely does, because things aren't filtered out.
Let me give you an example, Victoria. I did my video yesterday on Victoria Beckham and Meghan Markle being these kinds of women. There's nothing there. My video, that video has been, and then I received this morning, I'm going to do a video about it. I received this morning a video from a message from YouTube. It's like, you're so-and-so. And I'm like, has been reported by by the parties involved in the video or mentioned in the video. At this point in time, reported for hate speech and violating community guidelines. We have reviewed the video, and at this point, you have nothing else to do with determining your video is not violating community guidelines, because it's not, right?
No.
So, but one of the parties involved that I mentioned is either Meghan Markle, Nicola Peltz, Brooklyn Beckham, and Terry.
It's the Peltz because they're billionaires.
No, I think it's Meghan Markle. She's reported my videos because at the very end of the video, I said that the way to limit the power or remove power from women like Meghan and Nicola is, that they hold the power because they know that they have the families, the husbands' families love their husbands. You know, they love them. And those families are suffering. So the way that these women hold control over the entire situation is by holding control over the men, right? And they know that the family will do anything. The families are desperate, and they will do anything to not lose touch with their loved one. In this case, Harry and Meghan, Harry and Brooklyn. And I'm like, oh, they're mentally fragile. That's absolute bullshit. Harry and Brooklyn are not mentally fragile. They're absolutely entitled, arrogant pricks. They're disloyal, but clearly neither of them know about family love or loyalty. And as I said in my video, the best thing to do is to cut the umbilical cord. Do you think that Nicola Peltz would have taken a second, even a third look at Brooklyn Beckham if he were like an Uber or pizza delivery? Because the guy doesn't have any skills.
It's very dim.
He's not talented. He's not charismatic. He's failed at everything. The only thing he has going for him is his parents' last name. Nicola Peltz has always been looking for fame. She dated Anwar Hadid, you know, the brother of the Hadid sisters, who are the super freaking models, you know, friends with everybody, you know, they're all over the place. So she always wanted fame. She was 22 and he was 18. He had just turned 18. He was literally a teen because he, you know, 18, 19. Yes, he was a legal one, but he was a teen. And she's 22 already. You know, but she wanted fame. She would phone people and say, "Hi, I'm Anwar. I'm Gigi Hadid's sister-in-law." Yes, she is the daughter of a billionaire. She doesn't have any achievements of her own. She's a daughter of a billionaire, but she wasn't famous. You see, being a billionaire doesn't automatically give you fame.
No, but it doesn't. No, she's a socialite and she's well connected. But yeah, that's why she got with Anwar Hadid, because she wanted the fame, and that's why she's doing.
And now she's gotten with Brooklyn Beckham.
Yeah, and he's 4 years younger than her, so he's easily manipulated and controlled. She's kind of probably pulling the strings here when it comes to, and look at the comparison. Meghan's older than Harry as well.
This is the thing I said in my video, that the way that they can remove all power from these women is to completely cut them off. Unfortunately, the Beckhams can't take away Brooklyn Beckham's last name because that's his last name, and he's not stupid enough to remove the Beckham name. Now Nicola Peltz Beckham, and now he's Brooklyn Peltz Beckham. That is insane, you know. But they have the Beckham name because that's what gets them the modeling gigs, the recognition. Otherwise, who the hell is Nicola Peltz? Nobody would know. And she's keeping herself being so nasty. But the king can. This is the thing that I said in my video, that the king can cut the umbilical cord by completely removing Harry's titles, all of Harry's titles, turning him into Henry Charles Albert David Mountbatten Windsor. You know, and just remove them from the website and completely. And again, you and I had this conversation the other day. Harry will always be a member of the royal family, but he's not a member of the British monarchy. Those are two completely different things.
Yes, of course. I think Charles won't do that. I don't think King will do that. I think it might be Prince William and Princess Catherine that will end up cutting him off. But just going back to the Starmer part, I don't like Starmer. I don't agree with his policies. I don't agree with what he's done with the benefit system. And also, you know, he's come from a socialist background. He's a dangerous person, and you're right, he is trying to take away our freedom. But what I don't agree with is images being used on Twitter, and there's nothing done about it. You know, an apology isn't enough. There needs to be regulation, because I wouldn't want my children being photographed and then their images being used for paedophilia. That's disgusting. So that needs to be sorted out. And I do agree that there are actual PDFs out there that need to be taken down. But it's, again, the online stuff is important as well. That's all I wanted to put out there, because I didn't get a chance to say that. So I just wanted to say that.
I just posted a video because I heard that the palace is getting involved in regards to Meghan Markle's surprise visit to the United Kingdom. She wants to grace the United Kingdom with her presence only if she gets tax-funded security. That's it.
Yes. So
But Birmingham has something to say. Birmingham has something to say, and the military has something to say. I'm sharing with you an article from Birmingham.
Go for it. Yeah. So yeah, this is in 2000. Do you know what as well? What I found out, Paula, my birthday is the same as Queen Camilla, on the 17th of July. Isn't that weird?
Says, can we please? The problem is, you know why I'm putting this? You know why I'm showing this article right now, Victoria?
Yeah.
Because there are other articles, but the other articles have been removed. There were 3 articles yesterday, and I've been looking for them again about Birmingham people complaining. They've been removed.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so but it's pretty much along these lines. And this, can we please fix with our potholes first? Residents of bankrupt Birmingham fear Prince Harry's Invictus Games could inflict more financial misery with taxpayers' cash used on sprucing up the city instead of improving public services. They're absolutely bankrupt. They're absolutely bankrupt. Okay, Birmingham is broke, guys. I'm going to tell you how broke it is, and I'm going to show you here. It says that the cuts to council expenditure will also result in waste collections becoming every 2 weeks. In 2025, 2026, street lights being dimmed and more than 600 jobs being lost.
Yeah, but I've been to Birmingham. It's lovely, really nice.
I didn't say it wasn't lovely. I didn't say it wasn't lovely, sweetie.
No, I'm just saying the council's here because they fund the area and they look after everybody's struggling. There's a real struggle, and you know the bin collections been stopped as often. There's so much, the council tax has gone up, which is what we pay that area going. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but we are struggling. So Birmingham, yes, weird how they've invested this rather than actually in their and Tina can also use a bit of into that as well. But carry on, sorry. Oh, it's gone.
No, I'm here, and I'm going to show you the military now. What the military is saying, because the military is livid. And this is the military. Fury as budget contains no defense spending rises, but pledges 26 million pounds to Prince Harry's Invictus Games. As military expert warns, if the armed forces are under-equipped, a lot of more people will become eligible for those games. And he goes on to say, Lord West of Spithead, who is a former Royal Navy admiral, told Mail Online, I am absolutely amazed that the government have not increased defense spending in this budget. It is extraordinary. They have said that we could soon end up in a war and that we should be prepared to fight. In that event, the armed forces will be under-equipped and there will be much greater number of those eligible for the Invictus Games because they will be under-equipped. And then they go, Invictus is a wonderful thing and it is important to invest in our ex-servicemen, but I think the government have lost the plot as regards what is crucial for defense. You know, and they go on to say, Richard Fitzwilliams added, almost unbelievably, yesterday's budget offered nothing for our armed forces. This is despite the wars raging in Ukraine and Gaza, the crisis in the Gulf, and the fact that all 3 services are still suffering from the cuts imposed by the so-called peace dividend, which followed the end of the Cold War. It's, however, quite extraordinary that there is one exception to this. And then they go, what is simply amazing is that it should be funded when the 3 services are getting nothing, save vague promises for the future at a time of crisis. The Chancellor knows perfectly well that the military is appallingly underfunded. Help for Invictus means, of course, that money can be offered to the West Midlands. It seems, however, that despite well-published pleas from former military chiefs as well as politicians who care, Jeremy Hunt, who is the son of an admiral, has simply ignored them with one exception. And which exception is that? Harry.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, how much do they put into the Invictus Games? 39 million, is that right?
26 million pounds, that's $35 million.
Oh, I thought it was 39. Oh, okay, right.
No, that's dollars, $35 million. I always dollarize it. So
okay, that's fine. So I mean, this is going ahead in 2027, and if it all goes well through the security, then he'll be coming over. So Tuesday.
This is an added burden to the people, isn't it? Tax-funded security, because Birmingham doesn't want him, the military doesn't want him, nobody wants them here. And the palace officials are urging Charles not to get involved, because now Harry's been invited and Meghan has been told you're not welcome, because she wants to come to the palace.
So
she demands that Charles allows her. Invictus is not wonderful anymore. Invictus is a grift for Harry. You know that the $30 million that they got from Canada, we still don't know, because they do very shady deals with their tax returns. And that's when it's given. They put like $6 million for entertainment. They don't have to, they don't go into detail.
Apparently there's some problem with the sound. I don't know. Let me just double check it real quick. Hold on.
Is it my sound, guys?
I don't know. Someone said they can't stand the feedback on the sound. Is awful. Sorry. Just put
I don't hear any feedback. I do not hear any feedback at all.
It seems fine. I don't know.
You seem like you're breaking up a little bit, though.
I don't know what it is. It's bizarre, because the weather isn't even that bad. So I don't know why the internet is
maybe where you are is poor connection. I don't know.
I've got a super fast broadband as well, Paula. I don't understand it. I'm cutting in and out apparently. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Let me just give me 2 seconds, Paula. Hold the reins. Let me just have a check. Let me just check it.
Hello, guys. Yes, I mean, what do you guys make? I am so glad that the palace is taking a firm stance on Meghan Markle coming over. Surprise! I mean, how much are these people being hated? I mean, how much? I mean, she says that if she doesn't get the security, she won't come. I hope it's true. Does she promise that? Is that a promise or is that a threat? She thinks she's threatening us. You know, that's an incentive for them not to get security. I wonder if she did that. I just did a video. Please go watch it too after you finish with the live. Thank you, Claudia Salas. I just did a very informative video, because the palace has blocked Meghan Markle's dreams of a UK comeback. And I am so happy for it. I mean, the palace is willing to go on a limb for Harry to bring their boy back, but not Meghan Markle. Hello?
Hello, is that a bit better?
Oh, much better. What did you do?
Oh, I don't know. Just had a little fiddle.
Much better. I was just saying that the palace is put their foot down with Meghan Markle's surprise visit. But they're not willing to go on a limb for Meghan Markle, but yes, for their boy, Harry, because they want him back, but not Meghan Markle, not Meghan Descank Markle. And you know what, with this thing that she says, if we get the security, I'll come back. I'll come to the United Kingdom. Why announce it right now? She wants to keep people on their toes. Will she or won't she? Will she or won't she?
Well, this is the thing. So he's going to get, if he gets government funded, which I think it will go through. I do believe it will go through.
So. I got a little tip.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Because here the media are already writing
this
like
is
it's
why
already
Meghan Markle spoke out. This is why Meghan Markle spoke out. No, the media was running with information that Meghan Markle put out, and Harry, because he's trying to railroad the royal family and home by saying, if you don't give it to me, it's because of the palace.
Right.
This is why that article came out saying this is not helpful, because we haven't even conducted that and we haven't talked to anybody about this.
Right. Okay. Because what the narrative we're getting here is that it's already kind of a done.
Well, that's what Harry put out. That's what Harry put out. This is why the Radek spoke out and the government issued a statement through the press. We haven't shared any news. We're still ongoing. By the end of the month, maybe we'll have an answer. Harry's coming now at the end of the month. I don't think he will be getting that security.
So if that's the case, he's not going to. I mean, how many can he go? Can he appeal again? I mean, is that a possibility?
Appeal what?
Is he able to appeal again?
Appeal what?
To have it reinstated, his security,
sweetie.
Because he's
already lost in the courts. Yeah. He already lost in the courts.
No, I know.
There's no more appeals. Nothing. This was done with the new Home Office, the secretary, because the old one said, no, I'm going to listen to what Ravik has to say. And then because the previous one said, I'm not budging, and he didn't budge with King Charles' pressure, because Charles was pressuring him. And he said, no, I'm not going to interfere with Ravik. So as soon as this woman was elected, Charles instructed Harry to write a letter. And of course he pressured this woman, or he asked this woman she gave an order to Ravik. Ravik are the experts. And they said, we don't do this. This man doesn't even live in the United Kingdom. He's a foreigner. He doesn't live here. We don't do security reviews for non-working royals. He's not a head state. He's nothing. Yes, he's a public figure, but he's nothing. He doesn't live here. You know what I mean? We do it on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, so
on Tuesday, when Harry wants to come here, what people don't understand is the amount of work that goes on securing premises for people. This is why they ask for the agenda 28 days in advance. They have to go check out the premises, the perimeter. They can't just show up nilly-willy. Okay, they have to check out, and they stake the place for at least a week, 10 days to get a feel for the place, to see what's ordinary movement, what is not ordinary movement, if they see something strange. It's not like that. But Harry doesn't want to do that. Harry doesn't understand that because he's an imbecile. He's retarded. Because he never had to deal with the administrative part of that kind of lifestyle, because he had always staff doing it. You see? So he didn't understand that whenever he went somewhere, it was always planned. So this had happened for months in advance when he went on official visits. Now, on a day-to-day basis, he had one bodyguard, one because they rotated. But he didn't have two bodyguards at the same time. It was one bodyguard driving with him. You didn't even know he was there.
But going back to him coming back here on Tuesday, this is an ongoing case regarding his security protection.
No. The one that is coming, no. On Tuesday, he's coming for suing the press. And the judge told him, listen, it's already been proven that that Gavin Burrows, their star witness, said that he never said those things that Harry said, that it's all made up. So the judge gave them a stern warning saying, Harry's gonna be bankrupt, because we're looking at almost £30 million on legal fees. He still hasn't paid the 1.5 million back for losing the court cases and his security. The judge already told him. Their star witness, Gavin Burrows, which is the investigator for the press, said, no, that was all made up. I don't know whose signature that is. It's not mine. Harry can end up being accused of fraud because he can't blame the lawyer. The lawyer and Harry can end up very much in jail because what they submitted is fraud. It's fraudulent testimony. Yes, it is a civil case, but if they committed a crime in the process of the civil court case, that is criminal and that is punishable by law. And as it appears, Gavin Burrows said, that is a fraudulent testimony. I never signed that. I never submitted that.
Okay. Well, I've got conflicting information. So as far as it says here, he's won the battle already. So apparently
no. Listen what it says. According to Sussex sources. Do you want me to show you the article where it says that Harry hasn't won the article?
Yeah, it's just come up now that it's gone through and he's won it.
No.
It's very
strange. He hasn't. That is what they're putting.
So, but there must be a chance if it's the case that he hasn't.
No, there's no chance.
But what I'm saying, if he hasn't won it, then is there a chance for appeal? Because
no, he can't come in. You're not getting. He's not appealing anything. He's not appealing anything. His only chance, Victoria, is that the Home Secretary orders it, going against everybody's instructions, which she can't legally do. Only Ravik can decide whether or not he's worth, and this will set a very, very bad precedent, because I can write to the Home Secretary in the United Kingdom and say, I am a YouTuber. I get death threats all the bloody time. I get death threats all the bloody time.
He penned the request for a review of his security arrangements to the Home
No,
Secretary.
he wrote to the secretary, new Home Secretary,
Yes,
the one that just took over.
Yes.
She took over in September. And he immediately wrote to her at the instruction of King Charles, because King Charles already talked to her. There is no way that she would commit political suicide. And one of the first things that she would do is to get on the phone and say, F Ravik, F the courts, and I'm going to tell them to do it anyways. Because I can do it. I can say, I get death threats all the time. I can say, I want to come to the United Kingdom. I need you to give me bodyguards. I need you to give me UK tax. That's the door they have opened.
They're saying here that it's now nailed in that the security.
No, show my thing. Show my thing.
It's all over the.
No, show the article. I'll show you all that. This is Harry putting all that.
Well, let's just see, because we're getting confused.
Yep, and the official statement is out. The New York Times, even Times Magazine has all of that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just saying
what I'm
saying.
I can show you all the articles. I can show
you. But what I'm saying is, you could appeal to the Home Secretary, even if it's not a court case. I'm talking about an appeal because the Home Secretary. Let me finish, Paula. Let me just finish a second, because he's going to want to come here in 2027, and how is he going to come here without his armed security? He's not going to be able to come to the Invictus Games, is he?
Why
so
not?
they're going to have to put it in place.
No, you're confusing something. He has the security. This is a
private security.
No, this is a private. There's already security on the streets for the people, because it's a public event and it's going to be used. So there's some security there. Okay. They are assessing. He has his own private security team, Victoria, like everybody else, like all the celebrities. Yes. Do you think, for example, when Taylor Swift came
let me just say my point real quick.
Okay.
He wants armed police here. That's what he wants. He wants taxpayers' armed police here.
I know what he wants.
So that's what I'm saying. If he won't come here without that,
that's his problem. But that is his problem, Victoria. That is his problem. That is his choice. He can throw as many tantrums as he wants. That is his choice. That is absolutely his choice. He has a choice to come to the United Kingdom with a security team, submit his plans to Ravik. Ravik will do an evaluation like they've been doing all these years, and say whether they will ask him, what is your agenda, which places you're going to go, because we're going to go case them to make sure that they're safe, when the time is up. And then we're going to determine whether you need armed police protection officers or you don't, because you can block the streets. There are other things that they need, but he wants the convoy front and center. He wants to be like Prince William.
But what my point is, if he doesn't get what he wants, he won't come here for the Invictus Games. So
but that is his choice, sweetie. But
I know it is. But what I'm saying is, what will happen? I know it doesn't matter whether he does or not.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens if he doesn't come. He'll play the victim.
What happens to the Invictus Games then, Paula?
The Invictus Games still goes on. They will have a presenter here. They will have a local presenter. It's like, the whole thing doesn't fall apart because he's not there. He's not even organizing anything. No, he's not even organizing. Did you know that for Canada Invictus Games, and even when they first started, he has never been part of the day-to-day organization of the Invictus Games. He just shows up and opens it.
Okay, so it will still go ahead, but then
Invictus will still go ahead. You just won't be.
That's fine. That's all I wanted to know.
Listen to put the article there so I'll read it.
Right, let's read this article. I'm telling you, we've got completely different information, Paula.
Okay, let's read the article. I can show a bunch of articles. Prince Harry faces headache after nailed-on security claim dismissed. This was yesterday late at night. Mm-hmm. Prince Harry's security triumph is not certain, according to sources. And they go, claims that Prince Harry's wish for full armed protection is nailed on and that his security in the UK will be reinstated have been dismissed by sources close to the government process, reassessing the Duke's threat level. The Duke of Sussex lost the legal challenge last year regarding the levels of security he and his family received while in the UK following their departure from the royal family. However, last month, the prince was granted a full risk assessment after a major U-turn by the Home Office, which saw Ravik, the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, reassess his threat level for the first time in 6 years, because the Home Secretary the Home Office order the review, in spite of the fact that Radek said it's not needed. We do it on a case-by-case basis. Okay?
Okay.
And then they go, last week, source close to Harry claimed the camp is cautiously optimistic. That's not what they said. They said that it was all but a formality that was needed, that his wish for full arm protection is nailed on and will be reinstated. They told the Mail on Sunday, it's now a formality. Sources at the Home Office have indicated that security is now nailed on for Harry. And then he said,
it's going ahead.
No, this is what Harry said, Victoria.
When I don't know that here it's just saying it's
He's the one putting up this high. This is what I'm telling you. This is last week. Sources close to Harry claimed the camp is cautiously optimistic. That is not true. They were not cautiously optimistic. They were saying that it was nailed on, that his wish for full arm protection is nailed on and will be reinstated. They told the Mail on Sunday, it's now a formality. Sources at the Home Office have indicated that security is now nailed on for Harry. That's what they indicated, right?
Okay.
But now government sources have dismissed the claims and said that nothing has been finalized yet.
No, it hasn't. Yes.
As the process has not concluded, Ravek's Risk Management Board is set to present the reassessment to the committee later this month before a final decision is made. A source told the Times, I have no idea what the R&B recommendation to Ravek will be, but what I do know with certainty is that neither does anyone else, since they're still undertaking the review. So basically, Harry's lying. On that basis, claims that a decision is already nailed on seem more like an attempt to manipulate the media into manifesting an outcome from what will be a fair and rigorous review. And not only that, Harry went as far as saying that the Home Office had approved it. Ravek has approved it. And the only way they won't get it is if the palace denied it. So basically he's saying, if I don't get it, it's because of the palace.
Okay, well, that's really interesting that you get that information there and I get something completely different.
No, I'll do this.
No, but I believe you.
No,
it's interesting.
I'm doing this, okay? I'm doing this. Harry Security, this is the Times. Daily Express, the Times, the Mirror. Prince Harry said to, this is what he put 6 days ago. Prince Harry said to regain security, but now it's been debunked by all the newspapers.
Okay. We're going to find out this month for definite, aren't we? So we're going to.
I don't think it's going to get it.
I don't know. It's odd.
See, because if he does that, I will officially ask that I want to come to the United Kingdom and I want police protection, armed police protection, because I received death threats. Why not? It's just as ridiculous as Harry. He goes in the United Kingdom. Nobody knows. He's been to the United Kingdom many times.
Yeah. No, I know. Listen, I don't want I don't want it to go through. I really don't. But the general consensus I've read into is that it will, and that's more likely to happen. But let's just wait and see.
Isn't that something? No, but isn't that something? This is what I want to talk to you. That's very interesting. Isn't that something that he put out these articles, right? He's the one who put out these articles. The Sussex sources, the only ones who would know is Harry, right? Because he's the one who's getting all the information. Because he says that he got a letter. They even go as far as saying that they got the letter from Ravek, right? In the articles that they posted. So only Harry would know that. Right?
True.
So how you put it out there and people buy it and you think of it as certainty just to create this doubt and people, he should get it. And I saw some even royal experts saying, why shouldn't he get it? He's the son of the king. Well, Princess Anne, Prince Edward, and all the other people were the kids, the Queen's kids, and they didn't have full-time security.
No. And with that, does it cover all of them? If it did go through, it would cover the whole family.
No, but it opens the door to Eugenie and Beatrice. Let's not forget. The Eugenie and Beatrice lost it when they were 5th and 6th in line to the throne. And not only that, they were the daughters of the favorite kid of the Queen at the time. And the Queen respected what Ravek said.
Yes, exactly. No, you're right. And that it's all kind of dwindled away now. Well, let's put a pin in that, Paula, because I don't want to argue with you about it anymore.
Oh, no, I don't mind arguing, but it's incredible the power of suggestion.
Well, it is. I just, I don't
And
know.
they bombarded all the news with that. When I read it, I was like outraged. I was like, ah. But then you read and it says the Sussexes
Yes,
camp.
yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. Yes, okay. I get it. I get it. I get where you're coming from, and I get that there's just two different spins on it. So we're gonna find out for definite this
Well, now
month
we got it from
anyway.
Meghan. You know what Meghan said? Meghan said that she will come only if she gets security. So that means that
Yes.
it's not secured either.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what would it look like if they come here though? Just let's be hypothetical for a minute. I mean, how
Oh,
would that
Meghan,
work?
the problem with Harry and Meghan is that they take the private security as their errand people. When they were in Vancouver, they would send them for coffee, which means, for example, Harry claims that when Meghan didn't give birth to Archie, he sent the bodyguards to buy him Nando's at 2 a.m. in the morning. You and I know that Nando's closes at 10. And not only that, the Portland Hospital has 24-hour full chef service.
Mm.
They even do
Yeah.
high tea.
Yes. Oh no, they do. Yeah. I mean, London, you can get takeaway pretty much at any time.
But
I
not
got
at
a takeaway
Nando's. No,
not in
Nando's
Nando's. No,
always
no,
closes at
no.
11. The
No.
restaurants
Yeah.
and their delivery closes at 10.
Yes, Nando's doesn't open as a restaurant, but I've got a takeaway. So there's a few takeaway places. I actually got a takeaway last night at 2:45 in the morning because
What's at
my
Nando's?
no, it was called After Hours. It's very good. It's a little place in Wandsworth, and they sent it through because I couldn't get the original takeaway I wanted. It shut. So I was waiting for hours. I need to complain actually, but yeah, it was. I got it really late. So in London, you can get takeaway at pretty much any time before 3 o'clock. Really, some places, not everywhere, but some places.
But
But
Nando's is not one of
not
them.
Nando's.
For
No, not
example, he
Nando's.
said that with Lily, they stopped over In and Out before she gave birth. Now, In and Out opens at 10:30. According to them, they had been at the hospital for hours when she gave birth to Lily. And according to them, the baby was born at 11:40 a.m. There was
Yeah,
no way that they were there, and they shut down at 12 at night. So, and he said before they went to the hospital, they went there. They didn't
yeah,
spend the night there. He said that they spent a few hours.
yeah.
So that is absolute BS. And also, it was the height of COVID. They were not allowing you to bring food
And
in.
also,
He
there
had to
wasn't.
have a mask the whole time. He said that he was in the birth and he saw Lily and he pulled her out. He was not allowed. The fathers were not allowed in the birth room. And if they were, they had to wear a hazmat bodysuit completely head to toe and even then still keep his distance. So that BS that he was.
Hold on, let's just rewind 2 seconds. The COVID time here, now depending on the different segment of that, wasn't most of hospitality shut down anyway?
Well,
Or,
In and Out
or on
didn't shoot
restricted
that.
times?
No,
It
In
was
and Out didn't shoot.
restricted
The one near
time.
to Montecito didn't shoot.
Mm,
Didn't shut down, right?
okay.
But they're open. They open. I think they were closed by 10 p.m. and they open at 10:30, 11 a.m. depending on that.
Yeah.
But even then, if the baby was born at 11:40 a.m. and the one in Montecito, the closest one to Montecito is about 40-minute drive. So how are you going to go get on their way over? And not only that, the hospital did not allow food in. And if you don't believe me, I can show you the rules that the hospital sent me. Because I don't mind showing you. They sent me the rules, and I spoke to them for half an hour. And the guy said, I can guarantee you that little video that Meghan Markle posted online was not filmed during COVID. In fact, that week when the child was allegedly born was at the height of COVID. Just that week, they had over 17,000 cases of COVID. They were not allowing parents in. They put a break on that. That even I remember that Gail complained about. Gail did a show how the where are you? Where is she? Did she go? Hello?
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No.
It disconnected. I don't know.
No, that's fine. But Gail that week, She did an interview. She was interviewing mothers who were really upset that their husband had not been allowed in the delivery room or even to go on a monthly visit, you know? And so Harry, when he's talking that he had his hands and he was right there with, that didn't happen. That was not allowed. I'm sharing with you the guidelines that the Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital sent me. And they even have a video channel, video YouTubes that they were putting up for people explaining why that was like that. They even put out tents for mothers outside of the hospital because, they didn't want them to be contaminated. So if you can show that, these are the rules that they sent me.
Can I just do 1 minute, just 1 minute there, Paula, because we've got a troll in the comments, and I just want to just say to you, Lauren, Kate has not got domestic violence scars on her face. I don't know what you're saying. I know you're a lover of Meghan, and that's fine, but can you please not make up crap and put it in my side chat? I'm going to do that, actually.
Just ban her, sweetie.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Camilla.
Heather from the Hood. Hi, Heather from the Hood. Is she here?
She is. She is indeed. Sorry, I'm multitasking at the moment. I can't have more than 2 people on or 1 person because this bloody internet. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Well, let's share the hospital rules, sweetie. Let's share the hospital rules.
Yeah, go for it.
I already am.
Maria, I know, darling. I'm just got a bit broke at the moment. It's January. Right, COVID.
So these are the rules by the Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital. Cottage health hospitals are adhering to the California Department of Public Health current order to restrict visits with the exception based on clinical area. These restrictions help protect our patients, healthcare staff, and community from the spread of COVID. Okay, and then they go guideline for visitors. This is 4 days before Meghan gave birth allegedly to Lily. To help keep our hospitals safe, a limited number of hospital visitors are permitted each day. Where visitors are permitted, visiting hours will be 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Yeah. On units where an overnight visit is permitted, they require whatever. You will need to remain in the patient room for the duration of your visit. If nursing staff needs you to leave the room, you will be given further instructions. Please clean your hands frequently during your visit and upon entering and exiting. You will be provided a mask at the entrance screening. Wear the mask over your nose and mouth. Avoid touching your face. To comply with CDPH guidance and protect hospital patients and staff, visitors, including overnight visitors, must, and this is in black, must wear a mask at all times within the hospital and the patient room. Even if our staff is not in the room, the mask needs to be worn to prevent germs from spreading into the air. Wearing a mask is a requirement to maintain visitor privileges. Okay? Yep. Mm-hmm. And they go, no recording of other patients, visitors, or staff is allowed, right? And then they go, please turn off your mobile device if staff enters the room. The hospital cafeteria remains closed. Food will not be allowed in patients' room except in the maternity and pediatric areas on a limited basis. Details are available in the patient room. So this is the cottage hospitals. So we saw Harry and Meghan do that little video. Meghan was not dressed in full clothing. She's wearing her high heels. She's not wearing the cannula where she should be, and they're not even wearing masks. So
yeah. Well, no, but and I appreciate that because COVID, obviously, there was real restrictions around what you can do and what you can't do in hospitals. However, were they not given a certain amount of privilege and leeway because of who they are? No, does that not happen? No, but look at the government here that didn't abide any of the rules. Does that not mean that they did
not in the United States, sweetie, not in the United States, because especially in the United States, Harry and Meghan are nobodies. This is I know that we can't wrap our heads around it because, of course, we have a lot to do with royalty, right?
Yeah.
But there, where they live, they're the poor ones. You have proper billionaires and really important people.
Yeah, no, yeah,
living there. Harry and Meghan are the paupers of Montecito. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In fact, let me tell you something. Me and a few other YouTubers called Santa Barbara Cottage when we found out about it and asked to send flowers for the Duchess of Sussex. And the staff didn't know who the hell she was. They said they didn't have anybody under that name or anything. Nothing.
I appreciate what you're saying. I just feel like sometimes they have got a certain amount of status there to get away with.
But not when it comes to live, Victoria. I can tell you, I spoke to the director, and he said that at that time, I'm sorry if I'm going to swear, they were not fucking around. And these are his words. At this time, we were not fucking around because, you know, the whole hospital has central air, so everything is recycled. You know, unless you were what they call in a clean room, which they have for people who have cancer when they burn their immune system, you know, when they get full on chemotherapy. So they keep them in what they call clean rooms where they have an independent air thing. But the rest of the rooms were all central air conditioned, which means everybody's breathing the same air. And they had staff get sick, and a few of the staff almost died. They were not, and he told me, I'm sorry, man, we were not fucking around. And I'll tell you something else. When this video of Meghan Markle, mama, baby mama, whatever crap you want to call it, came out, a lot of the parents prepared to sue Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital because they were livid that they allowed them to have patients like that risking their lives.
Yeah.
You know, the only reason the hospital was not sued was because the hospital guaranteed to the patients that little fucking video was not recorded when Meghan Markle said it had been recorded, and they had proof to do that.
And I appreciate what you're saying, and actually you have to also you are running the risk there of somebody recording within the hospital of the not complying to the rules and the restrictions. So I kind of get what you're saying, but then if they've got their private room and he's in her bubble, does that not mean that there are things that they will let slide? So for example, could you not have a birthing partner in the room? Because I was pretty sure you could for COVID. You could have one person in the room. No?
Well, he had to have masks. They were handing these, and I mean, I just showed you what they said, and they were actually implementing that very strictly. That's all I can tell you. This is in writing. I mean, anything could be, but I can tell you for a fact.
No, I know.
The staff told me that Harry was never allowed to touch the little girl when she was being delivered. At least not in their hospital. This is what the director told me. Because I read to him what he said. He says, I can guarantee you that there was no man at that point in time that was allowed to get near the staff. You were allowed to be as much as you could in the room with a hazmat covered. That's all I can tell you. I mean, we can say everything you want. But as far as we know, and the hospital said that they were being very, very careful about that because you're playing with people's lives. Status doesn't stop you from getting sick. You know what I mean?
Of course. And also that video as well, we've gone over this before with the bump. You know, it doesn't look like a bump. It looks very folded. I did a little skit with the AI and did a pillow pulling clothes out of the bump because it doesn't look like it's a genuine bump either. It was really a really odd video anyway. Lots of things didn't add up in that video, but it's kind of difficult to even pinpoint when that video was made. Do you think that possibly it wasn't even done at the time of her labor and it could have been a different video from a different time?
I guess you don't watch my videos.
Well, I'm not all of them, Paula. I do work in the day.
I'm just joking, Victoria. I'm just joking. I did a video about the phone calls because I still have the phone call. They talked to me for over half an hour and they send me emails and stuff like that. I talked to them, and they said that video was not recorded during COVID. And this is what they told me, that Harry and Meghan had requested prior to posting that video to go and see the room where one of the birthing rooms, right? Whatever, where they wait for after the birthing rooms. And they allowed him to. And then he said, make of that what you will. That was about 10 to 11 days prior to that video being pushed out. And this is what he said, but I can tell you that this was not filmed during COVID. This is why they were not sued, because they have over 40 parents who called and were ready to sue them. And Santa Barbara Cottage is in really shaky ground because in 2022, they didn't meet all the standards for the children's emergency, and they were shut down, and they were ordered to to send their patients, emergency patients to other hospitals. And that cost them millions of dollars. So they are on shaky ground because it's the second time they've been found something like that, and they can lose their practicing license as a hospital. So they're very, very careful, you know. I can only tell you what the guy said. He said,
"No, this is the thing. It's all hearsay. We don't have a definite,
no, it's not hearsay. This is the hospital. No, but
yes,
you know what I mean?
we don't. Yeah, of course, but we don't really know the time frame of that video. We don't know the implications within that hospital, and we don't know how it was run at the time. We've just got what we can go on, really, and there's kind of different ways we can take it.
And I did an interview with Scott Rouse, who's a body language expert. You know who he is, right?
Yeah.
And then when he said that doesn't seem like a person who's concerned about to give birth. And then he had forgotten, because this is a lot of things people forget. This is how the news cycle goes. People forgot about COVID already. I kid you not. People forgot about COVID already. They forgot that in 2021 was the height of COVID.
Yeah.
You know, people forgot about it. So when I mentioned it to Scott, I said, Scott, would you come back to my channel and we can talk about it? And now with that information that there was COVID, that the mask was there and everything, he said nothing in her body language indicates that she's worried. She should be doubly worried about that because it's COVID. She doesn't look like a woman who's about to go.
That's why I question whether it was even taken during COVID, because if it was me, I would have been very anxious about COVID and the risks that are involved in giving birth in that time, because everybody was on tenterhooks really, and they were all concerned about their health and you know what could the implications of COVID at the time. So yeah, I'm questioning whether it was even done at that moment.
Well,
anyway.
I can tell you something else. The director, the person that I talked to, the director of the maternity ward, said to me that when the parents contacted him to sue the hospital, he said that he was able to provide conclusive, definitive proof that video was not shot when Meghan Markle claims it was shot. And that was the only way. I don't know how he did it. I don't know if he had a video inside the room. I don't know what it is. But he said that the parents abandoned the lawsuit, this lawsuit thread, when they saw the proof he provided. So I don't know what proof he gave them, but the hospital wasn't sued.
Yeah, no, because I just think it's nothing really adds up with that video. It's the most bizarre video anyway, and why put it out at such a long time after? You know, why was that done? How many years later was that? 4?
5 almost.
5. There you go. I mean, insane, very strange. And actually, who has that video on their phone still? Don't you upgrade and lose?
And from what I was told also, the baby mama dance came out 2 years after Meghan gave birth to Lily. So that fad was not happening at that time.
Interesting, very interesting.
You know how netizens are, right? That they dig everything. They go, wait a minute, this fad started in August 2023. That's when the first baby mama dances started to come out. Yeah. And it's like, did she give birth in 2021? Because all the netizens started to go.
And we saw the bump wasn't the perfect shape for a pregnant woman. We knew it wasn't. It was weird.
You couldn't even see the woman do that, like how she moves her hips like that. That you can do that because your skin is not stretched. You don't have that lump in front of you. You might be a little bit uncomfortable because you might have a pillow. But this is the thing that really bothers me. You know, the lack of attention to detail. You know, Rachel, Meghan Markle, I do not mind you grifting us, but please do it in such a way that we don't know you're lying to us. But that nasty flopping belly that looks like an accordion, like you sinking all the way down. And according to her, she was already like 10 days overdue, just like she was overdue with Archie. And we have to conclude that she had postpartum preeclampsia with Archie, because then her podcast or whatever the hell it was, the woman said, oh my God, I admire you because you were still doing public engagements. She wasn't doing any public engagements with Lily. So that has had to have been with Archie. And we know she's lying because we've had Jennifer, who actually had postpartum preeclampsia at the Portland Hospital. And she was banned from flying. She was like 5 or 6 days on drip. She almost died. She thought she'd gone out of conscious, and she thought she didn't know she had been unconscious for 5 days. And then they told her, you cannot have any more children because you're geriatric pregnancy, and this is supposed to happen twice. You're prone to it. So Meghan Markle doesn't look like she's worried. So I told all of this to Scott Rouse. She goes, that would have been even worse. And according to her, that was an induced pregnancy because she was already overdue.
And like you said, you're not that mobile either when you're pregnant like that. It's very difficult. I could barely get out of bed by the end of my.
I'll show you something from our wonderful Princess of Wales. Would you like to see our beautiful Princess of Wales? This is the Princess of Wales when she was. This is the Commonwealth. When was Prince Louis, His Royal Highness Prince Louis, born?
Oh God!
Sometime in April.
April, yeah, it was April, but I can't remember
the
date.
I don't know how many months she was pregnant here. We can all agree that Her Royal Highness is very athletic.
Yes,
Princess Catherine is incredibly athletic.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the Princess of Wales. This is the Princess of Wales leaving the Commonwealth service. Are you showing it?
I am.
Okay. She this is at the end of November. So this would be, I don't know how many months, 4 or 5 months. You can see her legs are a little bit swollen.
Yep.
Her bump is still not that big, but still she tries to bend all the way down, right? She tries to bend all the way down, but you'll see she's uncomfortable because in order for her to be able to scoop all the way down, she would have to open her legs to make room for the belly. But she's not willing to do that, right? So look at her. So she can't go all the way down. Look, she tries to do it again, but she can't because she has that belly, right?
Yeah, it's impossible. It's so hard to maneuver.
You can do it. You can do it, but you would have to open your legs wide.
Yes, it's hard. It's not easy.
So she's there, and this is Catherine. Look, you can see the legs a little bit swollen. It's normal. Meghan Markle looked heavier after giving birth than when she did while she was pregnant.
Yeah, no, 100%.
This is the thing I don't get. Where were the bodyguards guarding Princess Catherine and William? She can't wait. Look at her. She can't wait to get herself in there, Look at the beautiful little girls with the princess. Oh, she's so beautiful. I love her.
She is. And you know what? I mean, some mums can, some women that are pregnant.
I play volleyball until Henry was born. I played volleyball until Henry. Yeah, I could.
Yeah. But it's just the way she was moving just doesn't match.
No, but sweetie, I was playing volleyball up to the 8th month. I was squatting my ass off. But in order to squat, I could squat all the way down. But I had to open my legs wide because you have the big belly in front of you. And that belly has to go somewhere. It doesn't, my belly didn't get absorbed like Meghan Markle.
The belly's tight and rigid. It doesn't move.
It doesn't move. So you have to open your legs wide to make space for it,
Exactly. Yeah. The wider the better. But it's rigid and it doesn't move. And that video was just completely weird. Yeah.
So I'm not that people think, oh, you can't squat. Of course, I was squatting and it was a big rest for my body. When I would squat all the way down, it would stretch my back. It was wonderful. I needed help getting up. But Meghan never needed help getting up with that big belly. And the belly would. Do you want me to show you how her belly disappears?
Yeah, well, let's look at it again. Why not? It's still
it's really interesting because it's something that let me see, Meghan Markle and I told you that a lady from the shelter contacted me.
Okay.
And she said that she saw Meghan Markle. And what is really interesting, and this is true, I hadn't thought about it, because you don't think about these things, right? You really don't think about these things, do you? Is that whenever Princess Catherine or William or any other royals go to events, everybody has their phones in their hands, except with Meghan Markle.
What's that for then? Why is that?
Because she didn't allow phones.
Okay.
They didn't allow phones in there. So I'm just going to find you the video so you can see how and then one of the people who was there with her contacted me and told me that she saw her, she excused herself when her belly popped. Okay, I'm going to show you this one first. This is just one of the videos. They only allowed the cameras. they didn't allow anybody to have a cell phone.
I can't see it on the bottom, Paula.
No. Wait. I'm just doing this for you because I want to make sure.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's fine. No problem.
Here. Okay, let me do this. Oh, let me do this for you. I'm going to share it with you so you can see. You're going to see how her belly goes inwards. Okay?
Yeah.
There. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. We're here.
Okay. Look at that.
I know. Such ease. With such
No, never mind the ease. Look, her legs are crossed, and you're going to see the big belly. Do you see how huge that belly is?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Wait. It's going to get, look, here. Look at this, because you're going to show. See, look at that big belly. See how it disappears?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Do you understand that? Look how that goes in. Look at this, how it goes in. See?
Oh, wow. That's questionable.
Do you see that? Where is that belly going? She needs to open her legs in order to let that belly, but she's not because it's a pillow.
Wow. Wow.
And she said, the lady who talked to me said that they were like looking at each other, didn't know what the hell to do or say when her belly popped. And look at it. And if you look at this, the camera is not angling at her stomach very much.
Yeah. I definitely think there's a big question mark over that. We can't obviously say it for definite, allegedly.
Well, the lady saw her when
that,
Meghan went
that
to the
looks
bathroom.
like a moon bump to
she
me.
said, the lady said when that Meghan went to the bathroom to compose herself, she saw her move her belly. Look, this is not normal. Look how she is, all the way spread out with that huge belly. There is no way that you're going to be.
You can't get your legs up like that to rest because
and she kneels over, then belly disappears. The belly does not disappear, especially not that huge belly. And you're gonna see. Look how big that belly is, according to her.
And then it just shrank as she sat down.
Exactly, and it gets worse.
Wow.
And look at her face. For her to be that big, she would be swollen. We saw Catherine at 3-4 months. She's huge. Or she's got a bit of a swollen, ankle, which is normal. Meghan says that all her weight always goes to the belly.
Yeah. No, well, you do normally swell everywhere. I mean, obviously, every woman's different. But yeah, I mean, you do tend to put on
one of these people contacted me. One of these people contacted me. Look how she goes. Not only that, she picks up the dog all the way down with that huge belly. And her belly goes pop. You want to hear it? Let's see if you guys can hear it. Let me see if you can hear it.
So all the dogs that come in, neutered on sole care, basically, for the local communities.
You hear that? They cut it there. See? You see how they cut it? Did you hear that? Yeah, I have another clip where you can see when she's getting up, but they cut it there. When you hear the plump, can you hear that?
I'm not very good. My hearing's not very good, to be fair.
Okay, I'll send you this link, and it's around 13:20. You better. They cut it when you don't hear the clunk.
A little bit, yeah.
Let me see if I find the other one, because I had another one that I sent. There was another one that is like a minute or so, and you can hear her. You can hear the pump. That's the one that I think I sent it to somebody else. I have to find it, but I have to find it because.
No, it's fine. We can cover that next time you come on if you want to, because we've gone over the hour anyway. But it was very good to have you on. That was a very heated discussion.
I'm sorry, I wasn't arguing with you, Victoria.
Oh, I know you wasn't. I know.
No,
I have my money on it going through, and you have your money on it not going through. So let's see what happens.
You know, this reminds me before we go. I had a bet with one of my Spanish. I know I do Spanish, right? In my channel too. I do Spanish. I have a Spanish channel. So one of my dearest friends, we did a bet when the King Felipe, found out that Leticia had been cheating with Jaime del Burgo, and my friend said, "Oh, he's gonna dump her." And I said, if he wanted to dump her, he would have used this news that Jaime del Burgo came and it was a global book and everything out there to do it. Instead, he doubled down and went with her to the movies and everything. And people were concentrating, oh, but he looks miserable, but he's there.
Yeah. Well,
you know, and I want because Jaime del Burgo shut up. He didn't come to rescue Spain. He didn't expose them. He didn't do the show. And now she's like, yeah.
Listen, I'm excited to see which one of us wins the bet. How much money should we put on it?
Put 100 quid.
£100? All right, let's do it. But I'll have to pay.
No. Okay, let's do £20. Let's do 25. Let's do 20.
All right, £20 it goes through. £20 it doesn't. Let's see. Let's see what happens, guys. What do you think?
I'm sorry if I'm shouting because I should really get hearing aids. You know,
no, it's fine.
No,
it's fine.
It's really showing. You know, like my son says, "Mom, the TV's really high and I can barely hear it." You know, and it's like. You know, even the phone, you know, like I have to get I had a hearing aid test done in Nicaragua, and it's like, it was borderline. That was 2.5 years ago. But I have to get another, I'm going to get another one because I'm having a hard time hearing, to tell you the truth.
They do have hearing aids now that are very discreet. So you might be, it's not like shouldn't impact you too much. I think, but they're expensive. I don't know how you get them in.
No, in Canada I can get them here with them, but it's not that. It's just that.
I know, darling, but I think I'll be there just at the same time as you because I can hear the drop. To be fair,
shut up. You can hear, and you know what? It happens because even now when I'm talking to you, I can't hear myself. So I shout because I can't hear myself. So I scream because I until I can hear my own self, right? So I come across as
shouting at me at one point.
No, I come across as aggressive or whatever. It's just I can't hear because I think if I can't hear, I guess psychologically, if I can't hear myself, I think nobody else can. But then I don't know.
I can hear you.
I have to realize that people can hear me, and then I end up doing this soft, creepy voice that Ron hates. You know, I don't know. I have to.
Well, I love a debate with you, Paula. It's always fun to have you
on.
I
hope you can come to my channel next week, sweetie.
I'd love to come on your channel. Yeah, I'm waiting to come on.
You should have Pidina. You should have Pidina.
I think I'm going on her channel as well. We were meant to do it before Christmas, but I didn't have the time really. So we're going to try this month, and I'll have her on as well. But yeah, thank you, Paula, for your continued support. I love you lots.
Always. I love you. I love you long time, like Chinese say.
I love you long time. Yeah.
And Ron, you should have Ron on.
I will try get Ron on. Ron's a busy man. He doesn't.
No, he's a bit depressed. We have to support him. My baby boy.
All right. Well, I'll contact him and see what he's saying. But hype the video, please subscribe. I need all the help I can get, guys. If you can, I'd be really, really grateful. And comment and let me know who you think is going to win the bet. Me or Paula.
Have a good night, sweetie. Thank you.
Love you lots. Take care. Bye everyone in the side chat. Thank you for tonight. Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care. And I'll see you. I'll see you on tomorrow night. I'll be with Demon Dictator at 9 p.m. And if you get a chance, watch my video on Ashton Kutcher and his connections to Soho House and how it's going to lead into the second part and his connections with Meghan Markle. Stay tuned. Love you guys. Thanks for coming. Bye bye.